Hello guys, this is DK Uncovered. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So in today's video, what I want to talk about is this word. This word will determine our success or failure in life. And this word is attitude. Our attitude towards life determines life attitude towards us, bro. This is something that Earl Nightingale said. And I've always realized that is what determines the people we attract in our lives, right? Whether we get promotion in our workplace, whether we get good results on our purpose. It is not something that you can easily master. It takes time. It takes practice, in it. And when I talk about attitude, it's not just with treating people nice, right? It's even how you react to circumstances, how you react to people. When someone offends you, how you react to it. Because majority of the time, when someone offends us or when someone says something that we don't like, we are more likely to retaliate. I've done that so many times. We are more likely to overreact, right? When something is not going our way, majority of us are more likely to give up or more likely to panic. And that is your attitude of mind. You know what I mean? So this word determines where we go from now to the next few months, the next few years, the next decade, bro. It determines everything, the people we met. Now, majority of people, like I always said, most of us are working on our purpose, right? And having a good attitude too will determine the results you get out of your purpose, right? And I've always said that the best way to develop a good attitude or to keep going on your purpose, I've made one or two lists here that I want to maybe cover, right? And I've always said that the best way that can keep you motivated, that can keep you going, is by first acting as if you're the person that you want to be, or seeing the end goal. There's a guy that I was reading about this morning, right? And I think he's the guy that first made the train in the railroad, didn't it? I think the railroad, didn't it? The railroad. And anyway, he was asked, didn't it? Like, so how did you come up with this idea? And the one thing he said was, I first saw it there, the end goal. I've heard the sound of the trains. I heard the people building it before I even put it on paper. So that's why in my other videos, I tell you guys, right, in order for you to not give up in your life, on your purpose, or the things that you love doing, is to always see the end goal. When fear creeps in, just replace it with a mental image of the end goal, what you're working on. If you're working on YouTube, imagine yourself with subscribers. If you want subscribers, imagine yourself with the amount of subscribers you want. If you want to just see yourself advising more people, just see yourself that. Whenever there's discouragement, like in my other video, what I was talking about, whenever there's any limitation, like I said, your only limitation is the ones we set in our own mind. Right? And you can't fight these limitations. You can't fight darkness with darkness. The only way you can fight darkness is if you bring light into it. That's how you can only replace darkness. So whenever you find yourself, right, and it takes a lot of practice and dedication. It doesn't just happen where you can easily replace a negative thought with something positive. It takes a lot of self-discipline. That's why I talk about your attitude. If you have the right mindset or the right attitude to not entertain the negative thoughts, right? If you have the right attitude to replace this mindset, that limitation, with the person that you want to be. If you're working on a software, if you want to be a sports athlete, anything, see yourself as the person you want to be. Always see the end goal. I'm telling you, people underestimate what I always talk about seeing yourself doing the things that you want to do. About seeing yourself accomplishing your goal. People underestimate it. And I'm telling you, that's one of the best ways, because I realize the majority of people these days, they give up on their purpose, their dreams so easily. They run themselves down so easily. And sometimes I don't even understand, how come you give up so easily? How come you get discouraged so easily? You know what I mean? So for the past few months, few years, right, my research, just the books I've been reading, so and through my own life, I realized that one of the best ways that kept me going, that kept me pumped up, right, was this simple technique, this having this right attitude of mind. If you want success, act as though you were in possession of that success. Right? If you want promotion, well, first of all, then like I said, do more than you're paid for. But in order for you to do more than you're paid for, set your mind on where to start, and first of all, see yourself. Like I said, you do more than you're paid for. That's another habit that is hard to develop, right? So imagine if you just visualize yourself or see yourself getting the promotion, getting good comments or good feedback from your manager or your boss. Here, guess what? It will motivate you. It will keep you happy. It will make you more happy to do more than you're paid for. And if it's your work, your purpose as well, it will motivate you to put more service. Your success, right, will be in direct proportion with the amount of service you render to people. So everything that you're working on, law of compensation, like I said, everything you do you will always get it back. But you will always get it back, right, with the amount of things that you've given out. So if you've given less, then you get less. If you give out more quality and quantity, then you get more of it. Simple as that. You know what I mean? And the next one too that I want to talk about here is that I've realized the majority of people, they always complain. I know so many people that complain about people. I don't really like people chilling with these people. I don't really like this person. And first of all, one thing that I always say is that, do you know it's not the person that you don't like? It's not the person that has caused you not to like them. It's you. If you want someone to treat you nice, guess what? You treat them nicer. Right? It's simple as that. It's in the Bible, and the 16 laws of success. Napoleon Hill said that. That was the golden rule. Treat others the same way that you'd want to be treated. It's a golden rule. Treat people as the most important people in the world by starting from your family members, your friends. Treat them as the most important people in the world, right? And then eventually you start treating your work colleagues and even a stranger. You start treating them the same way that you'd want them to treat them. You. When someone gets you mad, don't drop yourself to their level, bro. You know what I mean? Don't do any of that. Like I said, every time we meet a stranger, we leave an impression, fam. And at times here, we never know when this stranger, we might be in need, or this stranger might be someone that could help us. But most of us, we always forget that. I've seen situations like when, and I've even seen it on Instagram, people saying that, oh, I remember someone once got rude to me, and then a few months or a few years later, he came for an interview at my workplace. It's like that. But are you constantly thinking that, because society we've been taught that, listen, you need to always retaliate. You need to always do exactly what someone does to you. You need to retaliate exactly the same way. You know what I mean? That's how society, and if you don't do that, you're weak. But it's not a sign of weakness. Actually, the man who decides not to do any reply back, that decides to just have enough self-control, is the strongest one. Because mastering your emotions and your thoughts and your mind it's probably one of the hardest work, especially with the emotions bit. So imagine if you're someone just holds their frame, not get mad about anything, have the self-control to just stand there and just listen to exactly what that person is saying, right? And just walks off. Or even reply to them with something more positive and something more encouraging, bro. You are on a different dimension, bro. You're on a different planet. But most of us can't do that. And even including me, I fail at times. Even though I'm preaching this right, I fail at times, bro. I put myself to test. At times I do well, and at times I don't do that. But like I said, it takes time and dedication, bro. Eventually, you form this new habit. You know what I mean? You form this new habit, bro. The last thing that I want to say is similar to the first one too that I said. Stop thinking about the things you fear. fear is a powerful thought force, bro. Fear is a really powerful thought force. And that can just, like prevent you from accomplishing so many things. The same way that you use your thoughts, right? Or your mind constructively, right? On your goals, on your purpose, on the things that you want. That same force, that force that you use is the same thing as I think it's probably the same as the fear of force, and that thought force that we use on fear. It's a really, really powerful one. That's what people call fear the devil. Because that one, yeah, fear has made a lot of people do the craziest shit. The dumbest stuff. Has led people to doing crazy things, bro. So stop thinking about the things you fear and just constantly think about the things that is encouraging. Things that brings joy. Because like I said, you become what you think about. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me keep this video short, bro. It's just something that I just felt like saying, innit? The attitude. Your attitude towards life is you know what I mean? It's really important, bro. William James said what? The greatest discovery of my generation was that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitude of mind, bro. So you change that mindset here, that your attitude of mind, and you change your world. Change your thoughts and you change your world. You know what I mean? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification button. I post mainly every day now, innit? So I need your support, guys. Support me, right? And feel free to ask me any questions. If there's any video that you want me to film, I'll film for you, bro. I'm always available to help people, innit? So, yeah, guys. Have a wonderful day, guys, and take care.